So today I thought I'd do a little tutorial on back bends, back arch, bridge, crab, whatever you'd like to call it, to help you with it. Some tips, some exercises you can do. I'm completely new at this YouTube world, so sorry if I end up waffling or just saying random things or I don't really know what I'm doing. We're all adapting at the moment and I'm finding it really hard talking to a screen. I love talking to people, I love being with people and helping them stretch into things where I can see where the areas are tight or where I can help them breathe through stretches. So over the phone or on my laptop, I'm struggling getting that connection. I know it will come, I know that we're all in the same boat and we're all riding this together, and we might suddenly get to this point where we all love this online connection, but at the moment it's a bit of a struggle. So I apologise if I waffle. Okay, so your bridge, your crab, your back arch, it involves a lot of muscles. It's not just your lower back or your back. We are stretching out the neck, we're stretching out the top of your back, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, your wrists. Your lower back does get involved. We need to have a strong core to do a back bend. Your glutes, your bum plays quite a big part. We need these quads and glutes to play that big part because it's holding a lot of the strength when you're in your bridge. So there are a lot of stretches to do. I'm not going to do all of them in this video, but I will try my hardest to show you lots of them. I don't want anyone out there being injured. I've got these images of this home time, for however long we're in this, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, of people hurting themselves because they're like, yeah, I'm going to try a handstand, and then flop. I did have quite a funny video yesterday of someone that fell off the sofa, and then I sent her one of me falling off the wall. So we're all going to do it, but just if you have cushions, if you have a duvet, you can put these things underneath to make sure that if you fall, you're not going to hit your head. My main worry is always people's heads or your neck. Wrists, yeah, we need those warming up quite a bit. If you are quite advanced in bridges or back bends, I'm going to do quite a few tutorials around this, so this isn't the only one. Need my tea. I feel like I'm drinking loads of tea being at home. Okay, we are going to start, we're going to go from the top down. So we're going to start with your neck. So just as a warm up, I want you to do some circles around with your neck all the way around. I would do 4 one way and 4 the other way. Just for the video, I'm not going to do all of them. And then you're going side to side and going down and up. Then just some rotation with your shoulders. Again, I would recommend 8 back and 8 forwards, but for the video I'm not doing all of them. Then we're taking your arms all the way back, so big circles all the way back. Again, 8 backwards, 8 forwards, just warming up the shoulders, warming up your range of movement around your shoulders. Bringing the hands together, little circles with your wrists. Taking the arms out to the side, we're going to do little circles forwards. So you're moving your arms. Some people just go like that with their wrists. Move the whole of your arms forwards and backwards. 8 forwards, 8 backwards. And then we're bringing the hands towards your shoulders. So you're going around. You can make a fist in towards your shoulders. Then you're going outwards. If your shoulders are starting to hurt, that's a good thing. Keep that going. And inwards. Got a little click in my left shoulder. And relaxing down. So you should start to feel, after doing quite a few of those, that you're loosening up. We're bringing the arms over the head and down. Just again, getting some range of movement, getting your chest moving, getting your back moving. Okay, then we're going onto your hands and knees. And we're going to push that belly button down, looking up. So you inhale here, exhale, rounding your back up towards the ceiling. So I would say 4 of these, then we're going to do a big circle. So you're taking your back up towards the ceiling, then down to the floor. Up towards the ceiling and down to the floor, going the other way. 3 or 4 of these, just warming up your spine all the way around. Sitting your bum down onto your heels and stretching forwards, bringing your head down to your mat. So each stretch depends how much you want to work on your flexibility, but from 15 seconds to over 30 seconds, as long as it just should be uncomfortable, not painful. So we're just going to warm up the shoulders now. So I'll show a few beginner to advanced. So pushing through my knees, having my fingers nice and wide and pushing forwards. So you're keeping your arms straight, keep your hands in line with your shoulders and pushing forwards. If you need to relax your head here, that's fine. If you want to look forwards, pushing down, that's fine. Remember to breathe. If you would like it a little bit more extreme, if you have blocks, so you can put your hands on the block. Make sure your full hand is on the block so you're not hanging out your wrist. Hand on the block, and we're pushing the chest down, looking forwards. Remember to breathe. You should feel that a bit more intensely in your shoulders. Coming up again, holding it for 15 to 30 seconds. When I'm saying remember to breathe, I want you to inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Try and inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. Okay, so shoulders. We've opened up the chest a little bit and your shoulders. Coming towards a new advocate. Coming down onto your belly, bringing your feet as wide as the mat, and we're going to have your hands by your chest and you're lifting up and down. So you're looking forwards, pushing up and down. Try and relax your bum, relax your legs, don't let your bum tense up, and down. And another one. If this is completely new to you, you might struggle in your arms holding the strength here. So you can go down to your elbows, but keep those shoulders down. Try not to slump into your shoulders. Shoulders down, and remember to breathe. If you want to stay on your hands, shoulders down. And we are looking side to side. So I'm looking side to side. I would try holding this for at least 30 seconds. So when I'm breathing, I'm trying to relax that lower back. I'm not letting that lower back tell me that I need to come out of this. I'm focusing on when I exhale, releasing some tension from the lower back. And coming back. So your wrists, really important to warm up the wrists. So we're going to bring the palms facing upwards onto your knees and coming down. If that's too much, you can bring them by the side of your knees. So with your bridge, the wrists actually play a really important role. If your wrists are suffering in your bridge, you're going to struggle doing the whole bridge. You might be quite flexible in your shoulders and your back, but the wrist, if that's kind of over here, not got any flexibility, you are going to struggle. So that's quite a good thing though, because lots of people I think can do a back bend. So palms down and rolling over. Lots of people can do a back bend, but it's just the wrist stopping them. So just something to be aware of. We don't want, in the bridge, we don't want any wrist pain. We need to really open up your chest and the top of your back. So holding those, I would say 15 seconds, nice wrist stretch. You bring your palms together and do little circles with your wrists. Okay, so the legs and the glutes, we need to warm up the quads. So we're going to do a lunge. So if I bring my left leg forwards, try and keep everything in line. Naturally, our hips want us to flop out to the side, but we're trying to keep the knee in line with your bum, in line, have the back knee in line with your foot, and we're pushing forward. So when you're here, you do not want to do this. You don't want your foot. You want to be able to see your toes forwards. So I'm lunging forwards. We're going to go back and forwards. If this hurts the back knee, you can put a cushion under that knee, or you can fold up the mat. So we're pushing forwards, hands down. Nice big inhale, exhale. Holding for 30 seconds each side. So we're trying to hit that lower back here. So I can put my hands down on my hips. So naturally I'm trying to push that right hip down a little bit more and arching my back. Big inhale, exhale. So warming up your quads, warming up this leg, ready for your back bend. And then you're doing the other side, warming up this leg, warming up that quad, hands on the hips, pushing forwards. So these, I would do about 8 of these, then folding into it. Big inhale, exhale, relax. So then you've kind of warmed up your quads and your glutes a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot more stretches to do, but for today's video, we're going to do these ones. Okay, so the importance of your glutes and your quads during your back bend. You need a strong core for pushing up, so we are going to practice folding back a little bit. You can have the wall behind you, or if you have a sofa, and we're bringing the toes facing forwards. Try not to let those toes go out to the side, toes forwards. I just want you to squeeze your bum really tightly and you're pushing forwards. So to begin with, you're just going to bring your hands on your hips and really gentle, squeezing your bum, pushing forwards. So there's not a really intense stretch here. These stretches take your breath away a little bit, so we need to focus on the breathing. Big inhale, exhale, folding back. So what we're trying to do is make the legs nice and strong, going a little bit higher up your back, or you can stay here. So there's a few stages. This is just pushing, getting a little bit of a feeling for that lower back. You can bring your arms across the front. Big inhale, exhale, looking back. So if you want to try, I'm squeezing my bum nice and tight, you can try looking back. Remember to breathe and gently coming up. So if you're going to do that one, I want you to try 4. So inhale here, exhale, going back. Pushing up, squeezing your bum. When you come up, don't just let that, don't let your hips and your lower back do the work. Let these big muscles do the work, those glutes pushing up. We want to get the core involved, but I think I will do another video on your core. So 4 of those. If you're very into your stretching, you can try over your head. You could try it holding onto the elbows, but for this one, I'm going to bring my hands over my head, squeezing the bum. We inhale, exhale, going back. Squeezing back up, inhale, exhale, going back. Squeeze that bum. And coming up. Again, 4 of these. Back, forward. Try really hard to push. If it's too much, if you find it a bit scary, just stay near the wall, taking your head back. Some people, it takes their breath away, putting their head back. So just see what's best for you. Like I said, I don't want anyone to hurt themselves. So wrists on the wall. You're going to try. So we are going to try our hardest to keep the legs straight, but naturally they'll bend a little bit. We are squeezing the bum again. Feet as wide as your hips. You're going to take your hand flat onto the wall so we can bend into it, then straighten everything up, seeing how your range of movement is in your shoulders. So I keep an eye on my fingers, hands on the wall. So I'm here, everything's bent, so I need to squeeze my bum, walking out, and I'm pushing the wall away. Remember to breathe. Using the core and the glutes to lift up. It will hit your lower back and you'll be feeling in your lower back and in your shoulders, but ideally I want you to try pushing those wrists straight and straightening your arms, ready for the back bend on the floor. This is acrobatics. If you do yoga or gymnastics, I know that there's lots of different types of bridges or safety around it. I am very safety conscious, so I could do, if there's a request for a really, really beginner bridge or lower back loosening, I can do that. This is for your bridge. Okay, so we're going to start by pushing up into it. I'm going to show you a few examples, a few little tips. I might lower the camera. You can see me a bit better. Okay. So, starting with your feet in line with your bum. So try not to have the toes facing out. I know this will happen, but we're going to try our hardest. Using those quads, lifting us up. Using your core, your belly button is going up towards the ceiling. So what happens is most people, I'll show you a back bend. So we're using your glute, belly button up to the ceiling, pushing through your heels, pushing up. So you see how my shoulders are over my fingers and my knees are really bent. We have got to push the shoulders over the wrist. Pushing the shoulders over the wrist. So to do this, you can go onto your tiptoes, keep your fingers wide. You inhale here, exhale here. Inhale here, exhale here. When you come down, we are hugging the knees straight away. Hugging the knees. Remember to breathe. So, number one is always the trickiest. I would recommend minimum doing this 3 times. Number one, you'll be like, oh, everything hurts. You might realise that it's a strength issue in your arms. You might not have the arm strength to push up. You might realise that your core can't take it. You can't lift yourself. Your legs might be feeling tired. So number one is always the hardest. Figure out what it is, where you think your flexibility is in your chest, in your shoulders, and then work on that each time you want to get your back bend. If you're pretty flexible, I'll show you what you can do against the wall. So what I'm saying in the video is that we need to take the shoulder in line with your wrist. Lots of people, the shoulder is in line with their fingers, so it causes quite a lot of pain in the wrist. That's why we're trying to push away. So, if you can see my wall, remember to breathe. So my hands are here, fingers nice and wide, pushing the arms straight. So what I'm aiming to do with the wall, you can go onto your tiptoes. So I'm inhaling here, exhaling, pushing towards the wall. So you can go a little bit closer. So I inhale, exhale, fingers wide. Inhale, exhale, keep your arms straight, pushing. I would do maybe 4 pushes. When you find your limit, when you find the wall, pushing towards the wall, hold it there, remember to breathe. Keeping your arms straight. Coming down. And hugging the knees. I would maybe hug the knees, for at least 10 seconds. See how it feels. Get your breathing back. And sitting up. Another one you can do is folding forwards, just folding gently down. So it's not a forward fold where you have to be touching your toes and stretching. We're just trying to loosen up that lower back and loosen up your shoulders. So that's the beginning of my little YouTube journey. Thank you for watching. I hope it's been useful. There are so many stretches, there's so many things you can do, so many props you can use. I can show you a sofa tutorial or chairs you can use. If you're struggling, if you're a complete beginner, find my Instagram page, which is TheBMovement underscore, I think. And my website is www.TheBMovement.com. So if you want to send me a message, send me an email or a text requesting a certain thing on YouTube, that's absolutely fine. I will try and get the hang of it, try and not waffle. Any tips or advice, let me know. I think that's everything. Stay sane, guys, and contact me. Yeah, talk to me. Let's talk to everyone.